What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it. Oh, you know how we do it. So let's get into it, and welcome to another edition of J Topics. You guys, I'm triggered. I'm really triggered right now. Okay, so let me kind of bring you up to speed or let you know what's going on. If you do not know, American talk show host, lawyer, and the former star of Real Housewives of New York, Ebony K. Williams, man, she's got these internets afire. She's got them ablaze. So if you guys don't know, just recently, like, I don't know, maybe a few days ago or so, Ebony K. Williams, she had Iyanla Vanzant on her show, on The Griot, okay? I'm assuming this is one of Ebony's many jobs. Now, guys, I will be honest, I don't know much about Ebony K. Williams. Like I said, I only know about the things that I've read about her, and also I've seen her on a few interviews, and for the most part, I thought she interviewed very well, you know, very intelligent, highly educated woman. I mean, clearly she's a lawyer. Now, how successful of a lawyer she is, I don't know, but she's a lawyer nonetheless. She's quite beautiful, you know, she's stunning to look at, okay? She checks off all the boxes. Well, she was talking to Iyanla Vanzant. They were talking about masculine and feminine energy. That was pretty much the subject of, you know, what these ladies were talking about. And, you know, for the most part, it seemed like a pretty good interview. And of course, Iyanla Vanzant, being Iyanla Vanzant, she started doing her Iyanla Vanzant type thing. She asked Ebony K. Williams, well, would you date a bus driver? And Ebony K. Williams looked sternly into the camera and said, no. I mean, if he owns the bus, I would. And of course, even you could tell that Iyanla Vanzant that wasn't working with her. And she was like, well, what do you mean? You know, they kind of went back and forth about that. But I mean, basically, Ebony K. Williams, I know I keep saying her whole name, y'all, but anyway, Ebony K. Williams, her stance is, you know, to be a bus driver or to be a service worker of any type is pretty much mediocre, is beneath her. He does not make the money that she makes. According to her, people that work in the service industry, like, you know, bus drivers, like truck drivers, you know, like retail workers, like garbage men. These are people that more than likely made C's and D's and F's in school, and they came home to show their parents their report cards, and they were coddled and told that this is okay, you know, being mediocre is okay. And she also goes on to say that mediocrity is yet another form of white supremacy. You know, we are, as a people, we are conditioned to aspire to mediocrity, opposed to someone like her. You know, of course, she's a lawyer, you know, or opposed to being a doctor, or opposed to being, I don't know, a successful CEO of a company, or some type of high-powered business tycoon, okay? This is Ebony's theory on people that work, well, particularly black men that work in the service industry. But of course, if you think about it, she's talking about all people that work in the service industry. So that just really triggered me. I was very triggered by that, because I remember back, just 3 years ago? 3 years ago, guys, during the height of the pandemic, when we were all locked down, and this world, not just this country, but this world, we were really shown just how important service people are in this country, being the janitors, the truck drivers, the bus drivers, retail workers, you know. I mean, just how important these people are. And not only are these people important, these people literally, quite literally, keep this country going. Service workers are the backbone of this country. And I was just so incredibly triggered by that. You know, I'm like, Ebony, I don't understand where that mindset comes from. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand to a certain extent what she means, because I do feel that white supremacists and white racists do only want us to aspire to this level opposed to this level. I get that part. And there is some truth in that, but that is not the whole entire picture. And for her to just look down on black men that do those types of jobs is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ludicrous. And it's just egregious. It's egregious. And you know, it was so funny because I found it interesting that Ebony would make that particular statement, being that Ebony, you're an employee. You're an employee. Be it you're a high-paid employee. Yes, you were a lawyer. Yes, you are an American talk show host, and you've done some other things. You've been a contributor to like Fox News and all of these positions. But Ebony, you are an employee. You don't own shit. You don't own anything. You're an employee that makes a really big check. When I think of a boss, I think of someone like Kandi Burruss. Kandi Burruss is a whole ass boss in these streets. Kandi Burruss owns her own music production company. She owns her own brand. She's an actress. I mean, like literally everything that Kandi touches turns to gold. Not to oh my God. What about the restaurants? Kandi Burruss is a boss. You, Ebony K. Williams, are an employee. So for you to up out of your mouth and say you would never date a man that's a bus driver, he has to own the bus, yet you don't own anything that's attached to you. You don't own Fox News. You don't own the Griot. You've never, to my knowledge, unless I'm wrong, you've never owned your own law firm. Okay, I can tell you right now, I have two friends right here where I live. One's a female and one's a male. They're both black. The female, she happens to be gay. She and her partner, she's been a lawyer for years. She owns her own law firm. She's a boss. A good friend of mine who is an attorney, he's a boss. He has offices here in St. Louis and New York. These are bosses. And they happen to be lawyers. So Ebony, I'm just not understanding where that mentality and that mindset is coming from. And then let me take it a little bit further. Not only are you an employee, a high-paid employee, but an employee nonetheless, you are also on one of those trashy housewives shows. You are one of the girls on the Real Housewives of New York. And let me tell you something, Ebony. People with real money, real big money, I'm not talking about your money, and don't get me wrong, sister, you make a lot of money, okay? But people with generational wealth, people, I'm talking like the DuPonts, the Vanderbilts, the Woolworths, people with that real big, deep, long, old generational money, both black and white, because there are black billionaires in this country as well. Ebony, you in those spaces, you would be considered a welfare case. Now, I don't know what's in your bank account, but I guarantee you, and I'm just going to put it on the line here, I guarantee you, Ebony, you are not making anywhere near what any of those people with generational wealth, like the Kennedys and the Vanderbilts and stuff like that. You're not making that type of money. Nah, I don't believe it. And upon further research, you date white men. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with dating white men. We here at JaisWorldtv, we support people however you want to live your life. It's not about you dating a white man. But you were trying to date a rich white man, a CEO, as a come up. And I've even heard that he was even paying some of your bills. But look, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm not going to keep you long. I just wanted to come in here and talk about that because that really, really triggered me and it really, really pissed me off. What do you guys think? I mean, am I wrong? Is Ebony not an employee? I mean, what do you consider the boss? Because according to Ebony K. Williams' logic, a boss means you own something because she clearly said, I will only date a bus driver if he owns the bus. Yet she doesn't own shit. Don't understand it. All right, guys, let's have a conversation down in the comment section. I would love, 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 love to know your opinions on this subject. I want to know what you guys think. Okay? Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to head on over to Instagram and check me out at JaisWorldtv. That's JaisWorld.tv on Instagram. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.